GTii finding a nice balance in the short-term time frames. Let's go ahead and go over the short-term analysis and the long-term analysis so that we can be able to gain an edge for the coming session on Monday. What is up, you guys? This is ARCa coming at you with the GTii technicals and raw price action thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's dive right in. Okay, so we are looking at GTii on the 5-day chart here, and this is a chart that we've been following for some time now. The reason why I bring this up is because we still have 4 days, 18 hours to close this candle here, and as you can see, the candle is still looking in our favor. We definitely want this candle to maintain the status of a bullish hammer. Okay, so upon the closure of this candle, which again, it would be 4 days and 18 hours, business days, by the way, so then we would actually have one in candle analysis, we'll have a form of confirmation for a continuation to the way up or a reversal of sorts. But before I say that, okay, just know that it could be a potential reversal, but likely we can see first that we need to confirm a few things on the way up before we do that. Okay, so just please know that we do have this trek that is very tough to the upside, and we are in the process of confirming this large descending channel, which usually requires a test and a confirmation of this newly converted resistance into support. Okay, so thus far is not looking that good, but this candle is giving us the form of a potential continuation to the way up, thus reclaiming the outside of this channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next chart. So actually, you know what, let's go ahead and skip the statistics just for now, and I wanted to jump into the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators, which by the way are actually live now, and they can be acquired by you. Just make sure to send me a DM on Twitter or Discord, and we can talk the details as to how to acquire these. Actually, I did notice something just now. Actually, let me get rid of DBSI so we can get rid of these sorry, it was actually enhanced MACD. So yeah, these are the list of this is the list of the ARC-Series indicators. So let's load DBSI one more time, but get rid of the enhanced MACD. Okay, there we go. So what I wanted to show you was this in just raw candle analysis one more time. So the reason we actually continued on to the upside today was based on this candle formation here. So if you're not familiar with it, it's okay. We're going to be familiar with it now. Okay, usually when we have a larger green body engulfing this red body, that usually is called a bullish engulfing, and it usually presents an upside continuation. So we are in the 1 hour time frame, and you can see here that it has moved on to the upside. We have a little bit of an inverted hammer or a shooting star here, usually presents a downside continuation, but it looks like the bulls are not allowing any further downside here. So this is a very good sign. Just to give you an example, in a larger term time frame of a bullish engulfing is actually located right in our 5-day chart. You can see right, I'm going to just go in deep here. Okay, right here. So we do see this larger term time frame bullish engulfing candle formation, and then a massive upside happened, right? So just know that these formations are some of the formations that I do like to call out that historically have a better hit rate than others, like a cup and handle and you know, some of those other silly formations. But yes, we did get a 1 hour print of a bullish engulfing here, and it did continue on to the upside. I do not believe that this should be the end of the downside just yet, but we will validate that as we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and load the ARC-Series indicators, as there is something very important to talk here. So DBSI has buy and sell signals as well as warning signals. It has printed a bullish signal right here. This is essentially a buy. For the last few sessions in the hourly chart, particularly, the score between the bulls and the bears, which is acquired by the indicator, taking a statistical average of every single candle here that's bearish or bullish, and it comes up with a cumulative score to give us this this bar right up here. So the bulls and the bears are actually at a 50-50 now. So this is actually something that has not happened for a while. Okay, so this is a good sign, and we did get a buy signal here, like I said. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get rid of DBSI and open up ARMor. So now ARCa is an indicator comprised of several exponential moving averages, algorithmically placed within the chart so that it can gain a wave of motion, and within that wave of motion, it gives us some buy and sell signals as well. For example, here we had a long signal that went all the way up there, short came down, long went up, and now this is what I wanted to talk to you about more than just describing its history. So in this area here, you can see a short signal, right? It gave us a huge opportunity. We got the bullish engulfing here, and now we have printed a long signal. Okay, so now even if we had this pullback right here, it has still honored the long signal, signaling a potential continuation to the upside. Very, very good to consider. Now, the ARC Enhanced MACD was the one I closed just recently, and you can see here that the ARC Enhanced MACD has given us a bull signal as well. So now we have the ARC DBSI, we have Enhanced MACD and ARMor giving us a bull signal to the upside in the short-term time frame. So this is looking pretty good. Let's move on to the last chart here. Okay, so this is the divergence chart. So divergence is usually the opposition of price action versus momentum. In this case, momentum represented by this indicator RSI, relative strength index. Okay, so we are looking at several prints of hidden bullish divergence, which is actually right over here for hidden divergence, and the bullish side usually happens when price action is making a series of higher lows, and the RSI signal in particular making a series of lower lows. So in this case, we do have this divergence in play, and has since actually it's about to make another closure of a pivot here. So please take a look at this. This is very good. So as we approach, as the moving average is this pink line and the RSI signal is this purple line here, okay? So as the moving average approaches, by the way, in the very oversold percentile here, and our pivot is starting to change, this is a very good sign, since we're potentially primed for making a bullish cross above the moving average, which usually presents a reversal of signal or a reversal of trend. Since we're on the 12-hour time frame, we can absolutely give this some credit. Okay, usually divergences play out best when you're looking at them at larger term time frames. Okay, so 12-hour, daily, bi-daily, all of those, they're very good to consider for our probabilities. Okay, so now let's look at a multi-pane to just gain the bias for direction in the immediate short term to medium term. Okay, so let's just go ahead and move these right back here. And for the new viewers, new listeners, I do have let me get rid of this chart as well, push it into my other screen. Sorry, okay, let's go ahead and push it one more time. There we go. These are the RSI properties that I have as a diagram for you. So I need you to focus on these 4 zones, which are located right over here and repeated. Okay, so those 4 zones are very important for what I'm going to say next. So let's start this with the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame. So we are looking at a potential neutral bias and direction. Actually, it's straight across, so we can't give this too much credit aside from the fact that it's a very small time frame. What we do have to note is that we're very much in the deep areas of the bear weakness percentile, which usually signals a continuation to the way down. But know that this is very much a short-term time frame, so these are likely to play out very fast. Okay, so now the bi-hourly is suggesting sideways trading as well. The very good thing is that now the bi-hourly is not in the deep areas or oversold. So now it's actually a little bit above the middle of the bear strength percentiles, which usually means that we can actually start making our way right back into the weakness, to the shallow areas of the bear strength percentile, which would then take us right into bear weakness. Okay, now this is the 6-hour time frame suggesting the same thing, sideways trading. So we could be looking at some slightly bullish, very slight sideways trading. Okay, and the daily time frame, since we already saw the 12-hour, is still suggesting sideways trading as well. So, and the good thing is that we're now, just like the 12-hour time frame, we're approaching the moving average, and our pivot has significantly changed. Okay, so this is looking like it's a safe recovery, and it's going to be a slower recovery unless there is a catalyst in play that can then spark FOMO and lead everything to the upside. So for now, things are looking like they're balanced. Things are looking like they're playing by the playbook. So this is good. Okay, so I believe this is a good place for me to leave off the video. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to me within Twitter or Discord. Know that I'm not a financial advisor. I can't actually suggest for you to buy or sell any of these assets. Do your own DD and we will be okay. All right. But with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, a great weekend, and I'll catch you on Monday at the bell. Adios.